this point in time, Charles Leclerc may be considered as the daddy or darling of the Scuderia Ferrari outfit. But it hasn't come easy for Leclerc. After a difficult 2022 season, the question we ask right now in 2023 is, could Charles Leclerc be the champion of Formula One this year? Well, let's start with a simple background of 2022, and Ferrari came into the new era of Formula One, new regulations, and some new drivers, and second year of the Leclerc-Sainz pairing. They were hoping to go for the constructors title and the drivers title, and their new beast, the Ferrari F175, a car celebrating 75 years of Ferrari's racing, was unveiled in February 2022. And a lot of fans were excited for the unveiling of this new car, but no one really knew what it would do when the season began in Bahrain. Well, it did some good things. Charles Leclerc was involved in a battle with the reigning world champion and the champion of last year's season, Max Verstappen, and they battled for a couple of laps before it all gave up. Verstappen retired and Charles Leclerc won the race. And then again at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen battled once again, this time Verstappen victorious. Austria, almost the same thing happened, a very late overtake from Charles Leclerc, clinching him the win, and an iconic overtake around the outside of Copse ahead of Lewis Hamilton. But Leclerc didn't really have a lot of good moments, as in Imola, he crashed, bouncing over the curb a bit too high and losing third place to Lando Norris, who just went by. In Monaco, usual Ferrari things, don't need to explain. And another one I don't really need to explain is what happened at the French Grand Prix, where basically Leclerc put it in the wall. And a lot of people expect Leclerc to win this championship in 2023 because it could cost him a lot in the years ahead. But bloody hell, Ferrari should have won last year's Constructors and Drivers' Championships. Charles Leclerc was just phenomenal in some races, but didn't really win a lot of those races, as most of them were just going to Max Verstappen. And you could say it was a fairly Red Bull dominant season, because Verstappen got 15 wins and Leclerc only managed to get 3 out of the whole season. Just tells you how much Ferrari could have done more to stop Red Bull from winning the championship. And I really think that Leclerc should have made less mistakes because, just moments like France and, Imola cost him the title. And even though he did get a win in Austria, that was his last of the season. And how long ago was that? Austria, that was June or July. And Ferrari have not really had a lot of success after that. Because, Ferrari, I think, have like 10 pole positions and only have 4 wins throughout the 2022 season. So I think Ferrari should have done a lot more for them to win the title. Because, Monaco and Hungary, they had probably the worst strategies. Especially Hungary, which was a big talking point, especially going into the summer break, where people were asking, can Ferrari still get back into the title fight? And will they improve their strategies before the second half of the 2022 Formula One World Championship begins? And, not a lot really changed, but a lot changed in terms of the points deficit as Max Verstappen pulled away. But talking about that car, the Ferrari F175, a car, like I said earlier on, celebrates Ferrari's 75th year in motorsport, I think. This car in preseason testing was quite fast. In the first few races, I'd say about the first 5 or 6 or 7, whatever, this car was phenomenal. How many races did it win in the first 7 races? 2. Red Bull got the rest of those 5. And it tells you how much Red Bull had been committed to winning the championship once again. And even though, yes, people will say they broke or they exceeded the cost cap, which is true, Ferrari still should have done something. And I mean, the car was beautiful, the car was quick, but the only problem is it was not reliable, and that is what every single Ferrari fan hates, an unreliable car. Because I mean, they've had that for the last few years now, and 2022 was just a summary of what Ferrari cars have to offer. So it's not a case of don't get your hopes up, because, well, Ferrari they're quick, but just don't have that reliability in them. But back to the story of Charles Leclerc. Leclerc, he could win the title, but you've got the likes of Mercedes and Red Bull. I wouldn't say McLaren because that's just not possible. Those 2 teams, Red Bull and Mercedes, could fight Ferrari for the title. And Leclerc has got some, well, catching up and some hard work to do if he wants to win the title in 2023. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think. Subscribe, and well, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.